Greetings everyone, this is Ronan Mac here. This is part 2 of the Minecraft What Is It video series. Now we're actually in my world. You can see my house is a little more elaborate. Uh, got torches for lighting inside. There's still dangerous creatures lurking outside, but I'm quite safe in my fancy little abode here. You can see I've got a bed. Once you sleep in a bed, that becomes your spawn point. So I'm going to go ahead and rack out till daytime when it's safe to go outside. You can see once daylight hits, skeletons and zombies will burst into flames, and they won't spawn anymore outside. Spiders stay alive, they're not as aggressive, and always got to watch out for those creepers. They're the exploding dangers. You can see the spiders easily dispatched. And I've got my little wheat field starting here. It's a cheap, easy source of food. Just need a hoe and some seeds. If you harvest grass randomly, sometimes you'll acquire seeds, and that will start your garden. Once you start harvesting wheat, you tend to always get seed from that as well. So each time you harvest some wheat, your field grows. And you always want a source of water for things to grow. That's why I've got the little trench dug around the outside there. Can't do much with wheat by itself, but if you go to your trusty crafting table, you can make wheat into bread. And then bread's a pretty easy food. It's not as nourishing as pork chops or fish, but it's easy to get a hold of, and it's nice to have on hand to heal yourself if you get injured. If you don't like eating pork, if you're Jewish or Muslim or something, you can build yourself a fishing pole like I have here and go catch some fish. I'll show you how that's done. You can see once the skeletons die, they drop arrows and bones. We'll do a couple casts here and see if I can catch some fish. Even in video games, fishing's not the most exciting. But basically you just gotta cast it out there and wait for the bobber to sink, and then reel it back in, and you'll get yourself a fish. Yep, and we got a hit, so got my fish there. Now you could eat raw fish if you want to. I'm not into sushi myself, but it's not as nourishing as cooked fish. Generally want to keep doors shut just so creepers can't sneak in on you if they do happen to be out there. We've got furnaces here, coal powered, so it takes a unit of coal to cook a fish, and then it's going to be cooked fish, which will recover a lot more health bars than a raw fish will. Put it in my little food larder here. So I've got a pretty self-sustaining food source, and I'm right on the water, so I can go fishing if I want. Those trees there I planted, when you chop down trees you tend to get little saplings like that fall down. I made a little grove, so if if I ever run short of wood, I can just run out there and chop down trees and replant. So wood's a pretty easy resource to acquire once you get started out. I've got a little dock there. Eventually I'm going to build a boat and do some exploring. And wow, we've got some kind of lair underground there. We should go check that out. This is actually my second house. I did spawn inland, and I decided I wanted to do a grand undersea mine, and that's what we have here under the ocean. I've got glass blocks up there, lots of lighting so monsters don't spawn, and a grand spiral staircase that will lead us down into the mine proper. Just want to make sure not to fall down the center or you will die. You can see all the way up to the top there. This is level 2. I've heard rumors that if you're 10 to 15 levels above bedrock, that's where most of your resources can be found. So I decided to make kind of a 2x2 grid mine on the second level here. I'll take you down to the first level. This is where the bedrock is, like that piece there. And those are indestructible, you can't go through that. So I got a furnace and a crafting table and stuff down here just in case I wanted to make tools on the fly. But I'll be doing some grid mining down here as well. Probably hit the top level first and see how much good stuff I can find. But you will find a lot of iron and coal all the way down, which I did. So I was initially using all my iron for pickaxes because they tend to cut through stone faster, but I was burning through iron just about as fast as I could acquire it. And I've found an underground cave. This is the pay dirt of Minecraft here. When you find natural caves, you tend to get most of your resources in here. This one's essentially a dud, but I find some coal down in the end. And monsters will spawn in the darkness, so you gotta watch out for that. You can see there's coal right there on the right hand side. So I'm gonna use my stone axe so I don't wear out my iron axe for something I can get with the stone. And I found a good coal deposit. It'll be used to either make torches or power furnaces. Well, the best resource you can find is diamond. I've only found it once. I used it to make some tools, which are the best tools you can make are the diamond tools, but eventually they wear out too, just like everything else. And you do end up with a lot of cobblestone, but you can use that to make stairs like the wandering spiral staircase that leads all the way down into my deep mine. You can see just how much cobblestone I have. I'm going to have to find a building project for my stone. But I do have one in mind. So you can see I'm starting to build up a little bit of stockpile of iron. So eventually I want to make mine carts and some rails downstairs. That was my temporary house there. What I'm thinking of doing is making a tower. See how high I can go up, just like I went down with the undersea mine there. I like to make posts with torches on it, just as indicators, so I know where I'm going. And you can see I'm building this dirt wall out here. That leads back to my original castle near spawn. Ideally, I'd like to get enough iron to make a track so I could ride a minecart all the way back and forth. We'll see how that goes. So this is going to be my location for my grand lighthouse tower that I want to build. You can see kind of, for me, why the game gets addicting, because you can basically just have an idea, you know, I want to build an undersea mine, and then you just take the time to dig down and make your mine. Find resources on the way. Sometimes you get bored and build little pyramids out of sand. And I figure that pyramid will be a waypoint for me if I ever go boat exploring and get lost. I can find my way home through the old tower there. It's always nice to have lots of torches outside, because then monsters don't spawn where the light is. So more lighting is never a bad thing in this game. So that's Minecraft in a nutshell there. The brilliance of this game, I think, is just one guy by himself made this thing, and it's sold well over 1 million copies now, and it's not even a finished game. You can see there's an infinite number of things you can do and build, create. If you look online, there's many people that have been playing this way longer than I that have done far more impressive things with a $20 game. So that's Minecraft. If you like building and creating and being creative, it's a good time killer. So check it out and enjoy. Thanks, guys.